Hello, hello everyone. So I'm back again, and this time I'm going to be solving some puzzles on chess.com. So hopefully I reach my usual target of 40. The last time when I did this puzzle rush, I remember I had a very bad performance. I got like 22 or something. So I I'll do much better this time. I've just started. This is the first puzzle, so the initial few puzzles should be very easy. So it's just checkmate in one. Simple fork. Okay. White to move. So hanging knight, and it's also it's not mate, but free knight is good enough. So I can take with the queen, but then that drops the knight. I can take with the knight. Yeah, I think that's good enough. So as I was mentioning, the initial few puzzles are easy, and here is just a checkmate in one. The bishop and queen battery. White to move. Let's see. So the pawn is going this way, right? Yeah. So I can throw in the rook check, and I think then the king has only one legal square, or two actually. No, sorry, just one, because here I am going the rook check, and then I have this queen check, and that's checkmate. So this is checkmate in two. Yep. Black to move. So this is a very typical idea, back rank weakness, where you first give the check on the 7th rank, and then you just put your queen on the back rank, and you deliver checkmate. So here my queen is under attack, so I definitely have to save my queen. I have this check, and that actually picks up the knight, so I think that's a good move. Okay. What if I just take the queen? I win a bishop, so I think that's straightforward. Yep. White to move. So here I think I can pick up the rook, right? So a good move in chess is considered to be one which serves two purposes, so or attacks two pieces. Oh wait, suddenly yep. So yeah, I'll just keep the check and pick up the rook. So this one I can just give the check, then the rook blocks, and then I throw in the bishop check. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. So what is this now? So my queen is under attack. I can get out of this by giving a check, and that way I also fork the rook. So I think this is a move. Okay, and I just trade my queen. Okay. Okay, so my bishop seems to be pinned. I can actually come here So let's see, if I give a check, the king has to go up, because if it comes down then I have checkmate in one. So what happens if the king goes up? So the king goes up, and then I can capture this pawn. So the king has to recapture, and then I have the queen check here, and then the king has to again go back, and then I have this checkmate. Wow, I think that's a forced line. Okay, so this one, oh, that's just a mistake because the pawn is pinned, so the pawn can't recapture the, yeah. So here my first instinct is if I can capture this queen somehow, because the queen seems to be running out of squares. So what if I bring my rook here? Then the queen can't come here, it can't come here, it can't come here, it can't go back. So it has to go along this diagonal, but this diagonal is covered, this diagonal is covered, this diagonal is covered. So the queen is actually trapped on h7. Yep. This is a mistake because then I actually win the queen. Okay. So I can give this check, then the king captures my pawn on h6. Then I have this check which forks the rook and the king, and it also defends my rook. So the only legal move for the king would be on h5, and then I capture the, yeah, I think that's, so the sequence starts with rook check, then I fork. Is there a checkmate? No, I just captured the rook. Okay. So this one I can give a check, then the queen has to block. Oh, but then I have this check, and if the king moves, the queen is hanging, so the king has to take, and I win the queen. Wow, okay. Oh wait, I didn't see what was captured here. Oh, so my rook has been captured by the bishop. So the first, oh, again the same tactic, I think. I'm winning the queen. Yep, okay. So the first thing which comes to mind is that I can win the queen, but then black can sack his queen for 2 rooks, and then in the end my knight is also hanging, not good. Another tactic is if I capture the rook, then queen captures, and then I have this check picking up the, I think that's a better variation. Yeah, so I end knight up basically in that variation. So this one, let's see. So white has a few extra pawns, but black is up a knight. So what are my candidate moves here? I can try to orchestrate a mate, but It's not very obvious at first glance, at least. So let's see. I can. So the first thing is I have to move the rook, right? Because the queen is attacking the rook, so I need to move it away. I have to make sure that I move that to a good square where it threatens something. Uh, Here. What was the previous move? Oh, king. This is a interesting position. I think the solution would be something very simple here, and I'm just not seeing it, I think. If I move my So if I move my rook here, then the rook has to capture it, and then I capture with the knight, and then basically I end the winning game. Yeah, I think that looks, yeah. This one. So I can take the rook, takes with the queen with check. Okay, that's not a good line. I can take this rook, captures with the bishop. I have this check. Oh, sorry, no, I don't have that check. I have this check. Yeah, I think this is good enough. So I have this check, and then I have double attack on the rook. What is this now? So I can take the rook. Queen takes. Is there anything decisive after that? No, I can take the knight. Actually, I can do this. I can take the knight. If he takes my queen, I take his queen, and then he doesn't have this check. Yeah, I think that looks good enough. And if he takes my... But what if I take his... So I take the knight. He takes my rook. I take his rook. He takes He takes another rook. Then I take his rook again with check. So yeah, that works out. Okay, this is very tempting. The sack on h2, because then my queen comes with tempo on d4, h4, sorry. And I don't see a defense. It says checkmate, right? Okay, so what do we have here? I have this check. So the only legal square for, oh sorry, the king can also capture this pawn. Um, so let's calculate. So if here, oh, wherever the king moves, I just win the queen. I think that's good enough. Okay, it's still not good enough, it seems. I mean, I can just back my queen. That's the tactics. Yep. So here I think I can take the knight, and then he can't recapture with pawn because then the queen hangs. So he captures my queen. Then I throw in an intermezzo so that he can't recapture my bishop in the next move, and then I recapture his queen. So I basically win an exchange. I win a piece actually. This move is the critical one. Yeah. So two of my knights are under attack. I definitely can't save both. Do I have a threat somewhere? I can't see if I have a threat. Let's see. So white to move. I have this move, but then pawn takes. If I had a rook here, then this move would have been deadly. But, or maybe not, because this bishop is covering the diagonal. Anyway, I can consider d4, queen d4, and with the plan of, but then the pawn captures my knight, and that plan is no good. So the pieces around the king looks like they all look crammed, and I'm not sure what they're doing. So if I can make use of that fact somehow, then white should be good here. The only question is how. Is there like a tricky knight move? What if I capture this pawn? Maybe with this knight. Bishop takes, bishop takes. Oh, I think that seems like a... So I take this pawn. If bishop takes, then I take with the bishop. King takes, I have this queen to d5 check, and then I pick up the knight. Or wait a minute, I throw in this check. So a pawn has to capture, and then I move my queen here. So this is also a good rule, that if you have an idea, and somehow you see that it's kind of working but it's not really that strong, you can try with different move orders of the same idea. So here my overall theme of the idea is this queen d4 check. But right now if I first capture on g7, it seems like black is able to neutralize. So I'm thinking if I move my knight to h6, so the king can't move because then the bishop hangs with an attack on the queen. So the pawn will capture. So once I give a check, pawn captures, and then I bring my queen to d4. So now actually I am threatening this checkmate, and the way to defend this checkmate would be to block this diagonal, but from what I can see, I don't actually see a way to defend against this threat. So I think this is the wow. So that was a very nice. I definitely am happy with that find. That is a good one. Okay. So the first obvious thing is check, check, but then the king runs out on g7. Yeah. I have this move as well. Threatening to capture here. So the bishop can't come. Only thing is the pawn can be pushed. But if the pawn pushes, then I capture with my pawn. And then if the knight captures, I just... So I think this rook maneuver is strong. Okay. But now I just capture the knight because this pawn is pinned. Yeah. Okay. So here I think I can just take this, and then the queen has to the king has to capture, and then it's checkmate. Oh, it's not right. It's not checkmate because the queen retreats. So maybe this. Rook takes, king takes, because this rook is pinned. So I give a knight check. Now if the king comes out, wow, can the king do that? Not sure, but then I go here and give a check. Then the king takes my knight. And I don't have a good response. Wait, I should calculate again. What if I take the queen and then go knight e6? But then he has this move. No, that will just be checkmate. What if knight e6 straight away? No, but then he can take my queen because this will no longer be checkmate. So I think I take... Oh. Yeah, that was not good. Yeah, I was slightly confused, I think, in that one. Okay, black to move. So what comes to my mind is sacking this rook for the knight here. Pawn takes, then advancing this pawn with a discovered check, and the king will not come here because then I have another discovery. So the king will go here, but then I will have this, and yeah, it just looks crushing. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. So the sack on h7 is very tempting. So if the king takes, my knight jumps in, check, and then the queen jumps in. If the king doesn't take, still my knight jumps in, and then my queen jumps in. I think this is right. Okay, so two moves or two ideas basically. One is planting my bishop on a6, so only one legal square for the king. And what's the follow-up? That's the question. So the follow-up, another idea is just bishop, rook takes the bishop. No, that can't be good. So bishop here, king b8. What am I doing after that? My knight can chime in, so maybe no, but then okay, this seems like a plan. So bishop here, king comes to b8, then I double my rook, and I am asking black to defend this bishop. How does he do that? Because if the bishop moves, then I win the rook. I think that's a good plan. Yeah. So I just feel like I have to find some nice discoveries. I can't attack the queen. Also, I should be aware that this is a potential like blockade that white has. So if I can block like this or discover like this, because then this block doesn't work as the queen will capture simply. So if I do this, oh yeah, then my knight can also jump here. Oh, this looks fun. Wait, let me calculate it through the end. I don't want to mess it up like last time. So my knight goes to d3. I have this discovery on the king. There's no blocking piece because if rook blocks, I just take with my queen. If bishop blocks here, I take with my queen. So the king moves, and then what do I have? I have this knight check. Rook takes, I just win the rook. If rook does not take, I have this, though the king moves back, I have this classic smothered mate. So yeah, I think this is the correct line. Okay. Huh, what is this? I just have checkmate right here. Oh, it's check. Yeah. Okay, this one. So my queen would be much happier if it reached g2. So is there a way to do that? So let's see, I can throw in this check. That frees my queen as well. Or I have this move, h5. Can't capture. Lots of attractive ideas. I just need to be aware of white's counterplay, because if I move something which is not that forcing, then white always has moves like knight to e4, attacking my queen, and then I'll have to sack the exchange. This looks very promising. No, I need to find something better. This move. Okay, so what are my candidate moves? h5, knight h3 check. Is queen h4 a move? Queen h4 could also be a move, because then I am threatening checkmate. Yeah. Maybe that's the strongest move, because after queen h4, white doesn't have a... Yeah. Okay, white has to sack. Okay, that was easy, and I was making it unnecessarily complex, I think. White to move. So my idea is that this bishop on the a1 to h8 diagonal is very strong, and I have this checkmate. But if I execute it right away, the king kind of runs. I want this to work, so if I play this move g6, Does it make it worse or any better? The king captures. I think I give this check. Oh wait, I give this check. Only move. Give this check again. Wait, I need to calculate all the way. So I give this check on h8. The king runs to g6. And then I take on h6. So this check looks correct. Or maybe I can throw in this. But what happens then? He takes the pawn. Oh wait, or this check. Because then this pawn is protected, so the king is forced to come here. Then I take this. Then no, listen. So if I take this, the king can come here, or the rook gives a check. I just sidestep. There's no more checks. Then I do this. So I take this. King comes here. I push this pawn. Wait a minute. What if I put my bishop here? Now then the rook check here and then rook sacks. Yeah, it's too much material. I can't win that. And if I do this, then the king has to take. Then I have this bishop check, and that's checkmate. Oh, glad I found this continuation. Oh, oh, oh no! The rook hangs in that line. I had to give the check from behind. Oh, shucks. That sucks. Okay, I want to fork the queen and the bishop. Actually, if I come here, if I take this, suppose queen takes, then I go here. So queen cannot take, because if queen takes, then this basically traps the queen. So bishop has to take, and then this move basically forces the queen to move back, and then I win a piece. Okay. Yeah, I definitely didn't deserve to make the previous one long. I saw the move and then I just played it too quickly. I had to be more certain of what I was doing. Okay, never mind. I can still make it. Okay, so I have to be, if I do this, then basically my queen is captured with check. This queen looks very suspect. If I move this pawn, so the only legal square for black's queen is no, like the queen can go all the way back. But if I move my queen here, so he can move his king there. Okay, let me calculate this one. Pawn here, queen all the way back. What if, so after here, what if rook here, then that pawn hangs. Is it good enough? Maybe. Not sure if that move is required though. It seems too slow. Okay, what if, let's continue this idea. At 6 goes back. Takes, no, takes. Okay, and if does not take, then I just win more stuff. So I think that's a good start. Takes. Okay. The knight is hanging. Is there a threat of any kind? I don't see any threat as such. just take the knight. Okay, he goes there. Can this be a move? This can be a move. Just thinking, what is the best way to defend against this threat? So if I move this, then he gets an extra move. If I move this, then he can put his knight here, put his queen here, and threaten checkmate. Move this, queen here, I move this, blocking that threat. Also renewing my own threat. Yeah. Oh. Oh man. 35. Okay, let's see what went wrong in this one. So in this one I had few ideas. The first one which came to mind was this. This I didn't go through. Okay. Yeah, basically it's all about the move order. So I think I'll adhere to that next time more carefully. So here my ideas were correct. Just this one I think I messed up on the execution, because this is checkmate. And this one, I think this. Oh no. F5. Interesting. Didn't consider F5 at all, to be honest. Why not? Very curious. Why doesn't this move work? Why doesn't this move work? I mean, does it have some kind of sacrifice here? This, then this is checkmate, but then I'll check with this, right? Seemed like this is working as well. I'll just do a quick analysis of this. So here I do this. If I do this, then Okay. Oh, chess.com doesn't let me do analysis on this unless I'm a diamond member. Well, that sucks because I'm not a diamond member. Anyway, 2 week. Okay, guys, this is it. I'm going away for the stream. See you in the next one.